Addressing the press on the MPC's assessment of economic development over the past 8 months of the year, the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Kofi Wampah, said on the outlook for inflation, the committee noted that even though inflation had declined in August, upside risk remained. He said the recent adjustment in petroleum and transport fares, the possibility of utility adjustment, and the uncertainty in commodity prices poses risks to inflation.
The committee noted that although the inflation forecast has improved at this MPC round, the central PAV remains slightly above the upper limit of the target band. Barring any shocks, inflation could move back to the target range by the first half of 2014. On the growth outlook, the committee observed that economic activity had picked up, evidenced by positive developments in the CIA and the credit stance of DMBs, as well as increased oil production. However, the downside risks include budgetary cutbacks in domestic finance capital expenditures and spending on goods and services in favor of recurrent expenditures such as wages and salaries. Softening consumer sentiments may also pose a downside risk to the growth outlook. On the balance of risks, the committee held the view that the risks in the outlook for inflation and growth are balanced, and therefore decided to keep the policy rate unchanged at 16%.
Dr. Kofi Wampah said compensation of employees exceeded its target of 5.1 billion Ghana cedis, amounting to 5.5 million Ghana cedis. Commenting on the amount of public debt, Dr. Kofi Wampah said the total public debt has risen to 43.9 billion Ghana cedis, representing 49.5% of the GDP. He said domestic debt amounted to 24 million Ghana cedis as against external debt of 10.2 billion Ghana cedis.
Compensation of employees, which we know commonly as wages and salaries, exceeded its target of 5.1 billion cedis and amounted to 5.5 billion cedis. Similarly, interest payments totaled 2.6 billion, breaching its target of 1.8 billion cedis. The above developments resulted in a fiscal deficit on cash basis equivalent to 6.3% of GDP against a target of 5.6% for the period. Debt increased to 43.9 billion cedis, or 49.5% of GDP.